best graduation speech that anyone has ever heard, and you are going to be the one to deliver. Then, you come home, you are ready, you are prepared to write this speech, paramount to every other speech that anyone has ever heard in the history of this universe and those parallel to ours. Then, you pick up that pencil, and reality shifts in another direction. Nausea begins, followed by cold sweats, occasional vomiting, and voices popping into your mind every few minutes or so. The reality of that matter is, though, is the graduation speech isn't the hard part of graduating high school. This is the easy part, and this is why we are here today, to celebrate all of the hard work and emotional roller coasters that we have endured the last 4 years, and to welcome the ones that greet us in the near future. I didn't accept the fact that I'd actually moved here at the beginning of my junior year. I had left everyone that I had grown up with for a vast majority of my life to move to a place that was on average 60 degrees hotter in the summer and 30 degrees colder in the winter. I found myself unable to appreciate the beauty that surrounds the valley and the great opportunities that students here were offered that I previously had not been. I came to a place where I wasn't in the top 5 of my class. No, not because my grades weren't high, but because those who grew up here have had so much preparation due to the several AP courses, honors classes, and extracurricular activities that I had not been offered. I was blown away by the great teaching methods that I'd never been exposed to, the arts that prosper here, and the dedication that you, my fellow seniors, have towards school. It was a culture shock, to say the least, and I didn't realize how much it all meant to me until I yet again moved away the first semester of this year to a place that is a lot less fortunate than us. Clearly, I was lucky enough to come back, and I'm thankful for it every day. These last few months I've had have been the hardest and the best of my high school career. I don't mean to sound cliche, and no one will believe this until it happens to them, but you truly don't realize what you have until it's gone. So classmates, I challenge you. I challenge you to close your eyes and remember these moments. Remember the last few years of your life. Remember your accomplishments. Reminisce on all the great times you had with your friends. Appreciate all of your falls and recognize how they have only made you stronger. And be thankful for everything that surrounds us, because never again will this happen. We all have our own paths that we have to take, and unfortunately, we won't all be in the same setting at the same time ever again. However, we must stay optimistic. We must be excited for the years to come because fate has a plan for each and every one of us. And in order to achieve our own personal goals, we must stay positive through the rough times to come and be thankful for the prosperous ones. I would like to thank you, Douglas High School, and the senior class for helping me appreciate the little things in life and not ever taking anything for granted. It has been a long, windy road, and we've only reached the first stoplight. We have a long way to go, but for this moment, take a breath to prepare for the drive to come. And then, just ride. Congratulations, Douglas High School class of 2013. We did it.
Thank you, Lane. Our last speaker is a multi-talented young lady whom I've had the pleasure of knowing for most of her life. She's dedicated herself to performance and participating in beauty pageants. She's been involved in the Douglas High School dance line and speech and debate, as well as dance outside of school. Last year, she was selected as Miss Nevada's Outstanding Teen, and she is currently Miss Douglas County. She will compete shortly for the Miss Nevada title. She received scholarships from the Carson Valley Kiwanis for Visual Performing Arts, from Douglas County Professional Education Association, and from the Miss America and Miss Nevada pageants. After graduation, she plans to attend Westminster College in Salt Lake City. Please welcome Bailey Gum.
Welcome administrators, faculty, teachers, parents, family, community members, and of course, my fellow classmates. I am honored to be speaking on behalf of the Douglas High School graduating class of 2013. And I could have never have imagined how surreal this feeling would be. This feeling of being a senior. And I'm sure that you all can relate, because you know you're a senior when you've memorized every poster and saying in Mr. Pohl's classroom. You know you're a senior when you anticipate the run that you're about to embark on every morning to get to zero period on time. You know you're a senior when all of a sudden you think that classes have become optional. And you know you're a senior when you've kept a countdown of the number of days that we have left of school. And today that countdown finally hit 0. Congratulations, you've made it to graduation day. Now, I would like to take you back to a few weeks into our senior year, and Justin was here giving us information about our cap and gowns, our graduation invitations, class rings, class logo wear, anything and everything that you can imagine a senior would want. And they told us that this year would fly by. They told us that we should take in every experience, enjoy every opportunity, and make high school worth every second, because we don't get these years back. They told us to make lasting memories and friendships, and on a personal note, I'd like to say that I did that. I created a lasting best friendship with Emily Hales, who's someone that has inspired me as well as other classmates. And also, Jocelyn left us with this one thought. They said that the one and only time that the class of 2013 would be together would be on the day of graduation. Well, seniors, look around, because that moment's here. This is the first and the last time that we will be together as a unified class. The end of the year is not slowly approaching anymore. It's finally here. And seniors, as we leave Douglas High School, we will not just be known as the students of tomorrow, but as the leaders of today. And I would like to say that Douglas High School pushed students to not just be better, but to be our best. They taught us that we can be better than what we just thought, that we can be the best there are, the best that we have to offer. Teachers here invested in us, and they emphasized that knowledge is power, from elementary all the way through high school. With the knowledge that we've gained, we have the brightest futures ahead of us. Douglas High School has held a standard of excellence for every student that has walked through those doors, starting as a sophomore all the way to you leave as a senior. Administrators and teachers have supported our educational goals by placing high standards upon us, and for that I say thank you. You saw the potential that was in each and every one of us, and you invested your time and your energy into us, and you made us better than we could have ever been. They say that it takes a village to raise a child. That's true. It took a community of 46,886 to raise this graduating class, and that just goes to show that this was not a solo effort. This was not just the school, but this was the community working together as a whole. So I thank you for that. You are the reason that we are here today. My fellow classmates, you may not yet be a legend, but you will leave a legacy in this life. And I want to leave you with this. Make it one that you're proud of. Make it one that you want others to follow and remember you by. Make no small plans, but instead create immense future ambitions and achieve all of them. Strive for excellence in every aspect of your life. Do not just live better, but live to your best, as Douglas High School has taught us. And lastly, thank you, Douglas High School, for entrusting your legacy into our lives.
Thank you, Bailey. Wow. What a year and what a class. In this group, I've encountered some of the kindest, hardest working, and most spirited students I've ever had the pleasure of being around. I want to take a couple of minutes to highlight some of the significant accomplishments of this class, but I know in advance that I will leave out an individual or a group, so I apologize ahead of time in case I don't recognize someone. This year started with a number of high points, including varsity girls soccer winning the Sierra League and competing at regionals, boys soccer playing in regionals, as well as volleyball, and our boys cross-country team placing second at regionals. The girls team was state runner-up the year before. Boys and girls tennis also had solid seasons, with Kerry Tembrock advancing to state. The football team rocked and rolled over McQueen, Reno, and Carson. During this time, the pride of the Carson Valley received high marks in competition, and many of our fine arts students earned scholastic awards. Colton Witt was recognized nationally last year as an American Visions Award recipient, as well as a national recognition recipient this year. Douglas High was recognized as one of the most spirited schools in Northern Nevada by a Reno radio station, and the rivalry between Douglas and Carson came out first in the state of Nevada in an ESPN poll. It was a very good fall. As we encountered the middle of the year, our FFA students competed in national competition. Kim Bruner placed 14th individually out of over 320 competitors. And the dairy judging team earned a bronze award, and the veterinary science team placed 6th in the nation, and that is no small task. Brandon James and Robert Resnick both qualified for regionals in wrestling. Our JROTC Tiger Battalion continued its status as an honor unit with distinction, and the Color Guard performed numerous times, including at the opening session of the legislature. Savannah Hall, the battalion's commanding officer, participated in an air rifle competition at state. The boys' basketball team ran the table in the Sierra League with many impressive games and competed in regionals, while the girls took on a tough Reed team and lost in overtime at regionals. Their efforts made us proud. As we move towards spring, our academic team finished first in this league and took first place in Skills USA in Reno. As well, Andrew Galloway finished third in the Ford AAA Automotive Competition. And Leo Trebitich received high marks for screen printing. The Madrigals made it to state, and they, along with the jazz band and concert band, received superior ratings and first place in division at Music in the Parks. We had well over 20 drama students who received recognition at the state thespian performances, with many making it to international level competition. Boys and girls track had a successful season and sent a number of seniors to state. Boys golf had a solid season. Girls softball rocked the North by finishing runner-up at regionals. The boys and girls swimming and diving teams had impressive winning streaks, finishing with a runner-up in regionals for the boys and a second regional championship for the girls in 2 years. The boys baseball team made it to regionals, and Alex Appel, after one of the toughest Mr. DHS competitions in recent memory, was crowned Mr. DHS. As we closed out the year, we had the top 4 students in this class within hundredths of a point of each other from the top 2 positions. I congratulate Hunter Myers, Karina Bell, Emily Hales, and Aspen Abbott for their accomplishments and being able to balance their activities and responsibilities with their academics. And now we will add this day of graduation to the great accomplishments of this class. I want to close with 3 students who will remain nameless, but whose experiences and never give up attitudes I admire and will always remember as part of this class's success. The first student has had a difficult home life since I've known him. He has, in many ways, had to raise himself and take care of his parents. At a number of points, he could have said, "I give up," but he didn't. And he is a member of this graduating class. The second student came into the last round of high school proficiency exams, needing to pass 3, reading, science, and math. This student came close to saying, "I can't do it." But after studying carefully, closely, and working very hard, he took and passed all 3 exams. And he is a member of this class. Lastly, I'll never forget the example of a student who played a sport, didn't get much playing time, but by working hard, never giving up, and being on a varsity team for 2 years, made his teammates and his team much better. He is a member of this graduating class. These three students represent the never give up attitude that I associate with this class. You've all had some type of adversity, and you've had to overcome it. I'm proud of each one of you, no matter what path you had to take to get to this moment. Each is unique. I ask that you continue to strive for the best every day, to be gracious and grateful toward others and for what you have, and always remember that you are a Douglas Tiger. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce to our community the graduate candidates for the Douglas High School class of 2013. As principal of Douglas High School, I certify that the candidates before us have met all of the graduation requirements as set forth by the Douglas County School District, Board of Trustees, and the state of Nevada. I would now like to present these graduate candidates to Douglas County Superintendent Dr. Lisa Noonan.